Ba, 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 ba. He's just about got his microphone fitted. He's not going slowly at all, you know.
No, he's not.
It's not. I'm not stood here waiting for him.
Oh, I've just got to go to the toilet in a minute. Hang on.
That's fine. I mean, you're paid by the hour. You just take your time over there. It'd be perfect. So today, Fudgy, one, I've got a new mug.
You have?
It says, ta-da, check for shit falling out the bottom of it. Which I think may have been us with an IV code the other day.
Yeah.
That was pretty much exactly what I said.
Exactly.
But that does happen. Because you fire something up and you're all like, yay! And then you're like, not looking, and all the oil's going clean out on the floor. And start all over again. So what I was going to start today, you may have noticed, obviously, this is the subscriber's campervan for an engine conversion in a large plastic cocoon, mainly because it's obviously very white and shiny. And we did have to get through the mucky part of painting a large recovery truck. So obviously we're going to start on this attempt. Well, it will be an engine conversion, but it's a figure it out. Everyone's going to be worried that I'm going to just fall down this hole in a minute as well, because
You won't fall.
I do know it's here. Do know it's here. Don't worry. Well, I've only fell down it once, and that was with a scaffold tower when I was trying to do something I shouldn't have done.
We could make it safe and lay a piece of cardboard over the top there.
To be honest, just don't fall in it, because it's a big hole and you know it's there. It's not terribly far at the moment. Cause, anyway, so I've had a few emails from some people. A couple of European. You're a bit confused at the moment. We are not currently selling engine conversion kits. We are manufacturing the first prototype. This is the prototype. So once we've figured out how this goes in here, figured out what bits we need, we will be making a kit. But it's not going to be. You can't buy one now. So patience is a virtue and all that. Just keep watching and then you'll figure out what we're up to. So basically, to get a 611 in here, OM611, I'm obviously going to have to remove the 616, and then we've got a load of measuring, thinking, adjusting, adapting, because the complications I think are going to come. Turbochargers, clearance, electronics is not too much of a worry. I think we've got that nailed. There was quite a bit of work previous to this to make sure that everything, engine mountings, but I think that's doable. Intercooler will be the difficult one. And we are going to have to really think about that. I mean, there is some additional space behind the back of the bumper, or there is always a possibility for an aluminium, and then maybe, because I think we're going to end up running the 616 radiator. We may try a big Sprinter radiator. We'll see what works. Yeah. That is the trouble with this type of thing. It's all got to be thought through. I mean, the main of it is to get the engine, probably minus its turbocharger, slung in there for the minute, because this gearbox has got to go. We've got a high ratio one to go in. That's all got to be made to fit. We need to abandon an exhaust system because that's not going to fit. And then
airbox.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, things like the airbox I think will probably still function. We're going to keep this.
That's staying in there, is it?
Well, because you aren't going to get a big square Sprinter panel filter in there, are you?
True.
And there's no reason why that. I'm sure that airbox is perfectly capable of. We'll look at the filter flows of coping with. I mean, the pipes are a very similar size. I mean, it is trial and error, but obviously we've got to do it. This vehicle has to come apart, so it's been in its big tent to stop it turning pink and getting covered in dust, and it can stay in its big tent. So that's not the nicest looking of things, but this is a metalwork, paint, dirty workshop. This thing is very shiny. So basically, to keep it better, we'll keep it in its
sleeping bag.
It's sleeping bag, just to keep the dust off of it. And then he sort of, well, not overspray is the other thing we suffer with. I mean, you can see that if
we hadn't have covered it, this thing
it would have a pink tinge, and the man wouldn't be very happy. That'd take hours to scrape that off, wouldn't it? I mean, normally we don't have to too much worry about stuff, because most of the stuff in here is on massive amounts of work and then has to be sanded and painted. So overspray is never normally a worry. Like that thing's covered in it, we didn't bother, because this has got to be fully painted. And then the only thing we do have to do is then spend half a day with the razor blade scraping it off the windows. Yeah, but lucky enough, if you've got enough of a layer of dust on it first, it sticks to the dust and it washes off. Yeah. But it obviously isn't going to work for this. So what I'm going to do this morning is huzzah
frontage.
Well, I think obviously I'm going to need to roll it forwards to get the engine out. But the engine and the gearbox might as well come out as one, because that is now surplus to requirements. So front out, and I'm going to stack everything away in the tea room in the corner so no one can damage it. So I need the front out, the radiator out, airbox is out, bumper's got to come off. It's all fairly quick. We'll leave, the bonnet can come out the way just to give us better access. I've already unplugged the squirties. We're going to drop the exhaust system, drop the prop, undo the gear lever, take the gear lever out, and then undo the clutch cylinder, and then everything can come out this way in one hit. Yeah, we got enough to roll it forwards here, because this does roll as well, even though you've taken the wheel off.
Yeah, but I'll get that stitched in so we can at least put the wheel back on, or I can put the wheel back on so it can sit on all fours, and we can push it. Yeah,
we'll have a spin round a minute, because I mean this is like Wednesday fixie video, so we can have a look at, because Claire's campervan's coming on, isn't it?
It is coming on.
Yeah, it's coming along. So we go and grab our. I'm going to go and grab. I'm not leaving me fags there, because I won't be able to find them in an hour's time.
Yeah, and you'll be like, I've lost my
fags again.
Like, let's poach one of yours, Fudgy, from your bench, and I'll be like, of course you can.
I've got to take my glasses off again.
Turn the glasses off?
Well, yeah, because if I keep wandering around with reading glasses on, it's all a bit. Got to go for another eye test, because I think things may have changed since last year.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. I get a bit of a headache if I keep mine on too
long.
So
you remember us obviously starting on Claire's massive campervan project we're doing for a friend. So we've had a bit of a stall since the end of the summer, mainly because we had a load of stuff to finish to get some space to get it back inside. Then I went roaring around all over the place picking stuff up.
Yeah.
And then we also ended up with a large recovery truck that was broken that we weren't really planning to do.
Yeah. That
we have sort of squidged in. So Claire at Current has been roaring around for the summer in my shiny red campervan, which is fine. She's doing quite well with that. And she's quite happy, but we need not to forget that we need to make this one beautiful for her.
Yes.
So we're probably going to be to the end of the winter, and then it'll be ready. So as you can see, as you may have remembered before, it was quite rusty. Unbelievable for a
I couldn't believe
for a Glasgow council supplied minibus that it had gone rusty.
I was like, there's going to be no filler in this.
No, I mean that bit of filler that fell out yesterday.
That was quite a substantial amount.
Yeah, I don't know what we did with that. That was pretty impressive. So what someone had managed to do, you may not be able to see because it's just on the edge of the shot, is there was a dent here. I don't know, where did that go?
On top of your trolley there.
On top of my trolley. It was pretty impressive, wasn't it? I would have lost it now. Yeah, there it is. There's one bit of it.
Yeah.
So we were here yesterday, and I just thought, I took there was a water heater here that obviously this bit needs to be repaired, and then I looked at, and I thought, oh, I'll just give that a bit of a tap. I mean, what? Look, what is that all about? Oh, there's a front light over there. So we've got to fix that bit, haven't we?
Yeah.
But luckily enough, being a top quality parts hoarder, I happen to have.
You do.
I mean, slightly fire damaged. And it is a Mercedes one, so we're only using the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Because the light hole's different size.
Yeah.
I've got the bit.
Got the bit for the bottom.
I've got 5 of these. I mean, the fact of anyone, I mean, these were, I think that body shop shut down in 2005, didn't it?
Yeah.
So the likelihood of anyone wanting to change an entire one of these, I haven't bothered advertising them because I viewed them as fairly useless, but it's just found a use. So there's the
bit we
need.
There's
the bit that's not dented to go to replace the bit over there. I've got to put this back over here again. So we've got Fudgy. You are putting in the bottom of the wheel arch is unbelievably on the inside. That had fell off. We were quite surprised that happened.
Yeah.
I mean, because that never happens, does it?
Never.
No,
ever.
No.
Ever.
So you can buy, it's a whole wheel arch panel, but obviously the inside bit in there is quite good. And this bit of wheel arch, although the paint is falling off of it, it's actually all right. So we've borrowed the ends off of the new panel. So we need obviously a bit in here and a bit in there. And then we are then going for full scale side paneling, aren't we?
Yep.
Now, I would like to point out that obviously the welds are viewable in this one. Now normally, depending on restoration or qualities, because we weren't planning on doing quite this much work to this, were we? We'd spend hours grinding it out so you couldn't see it. But for this purpose, it's hidden, it's inside, it's structurally sound.
Yeah, you don't see that bit.
You don't see that, and to be honest, there is a level to how much And then this, we need to make the outside look pretty. The inside needs to be structurally sound and good and stay structurally sound for as long as possible. So we're happy with that.
Yeah.
But it isn't to what we'd normally do, only because we are limited on finances and time, aren't we?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's your job. You'll have that done by 2 o'clock, won't you?
Do you know what? I probably will.
Yeah, I think you'll have all that paint. So
I'm
we'll
not
come
going to say
back. We'll come back to Fudgy.
which 2 o'clock.
We'll come back to Fudgy in about 40 minutes' time, and he'll have all that on. Can you just sort that bit while you're there?
Okay.
If I give
I'm
you
going to sort that.
If I give you till about 3.
Give me till 3, and that'll
that'll be done.
That'll all be done.
Yeah. The other thing we do always to explain to people that we do get lots of people ask for doing stuff like this. Do remember that this is quite expensive. I mean, I think we did ruin some man's world a few weeks ago because he came in with his, and we were like, it's about 7 or 10 grand's worth of work.
Yeah.
Because this is a lot to do. I mean, I think there's probably 300 quid's worth of panels.
At least.
And then
you got the hours that it takes
because
to
the
get
bits
it.
on the inside have to be made.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
made all those inside bits, didn't you?
yes, I think I did. I
You
can't
did?
remember. Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh no, I did the back.
I made the other side.
You did the other. Yeah, you did the other side.
I think you made this side.
I did. Yeah. And I did,
I put
didn't
the
I?
front in
That's
one
right.
afternoon during the summer.
That's right.
So, yeah, this is all is repairable, but the problem with all being repairable is things like this at the sort of 65, 70 pounds an hour. 10 hours doesn't get you very far.
No.
I mean, you couldn't do that in 10 hours. I reckon that's 50 or 60. Really? Start to finish? I reckon there's 5 hours worth of cutting out.
Yeah.
5 hours worth of making bits, then all the welding.
Yeah, and stitching it all back on.
Yeah, it does cost. I mean, we try not to whip people too hard, but please don't think like the fella did the other day that you're going to get all the bottom of your doors rebuilt, your entire bottom of your van redone, and
For
a
100 quid.
coat of paint for £1,500, which is what he got in his head. And sadly, not in this world anymore. Maybe 20 years ago, but your 1,500 quid was probably worth the equivalent of 15 grand. You get it all done nicely for 15 grand.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, what we're going to do now is I'm going to leave you tapping and bashing, and I'm going to go on the time lapses.
Okay, so I can make noise.
You can make noise, and then 10 minutes, all that'll be out. It'll take about 3 hours for 5 hours for me, but it'll be about 15 seconds on it.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to break the handle off my new mug like I've done with all the rest of them.
You've got to do it now.
Whoever sent me a mug, thank you very much, because somebody said, come from Moonpig, but Moonpig don't tell you who sent it. So cheers, because you've got a Capri one. No, I broke
No,
that.
Simon broke that
Simon
one.
broke that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, broke that one. I've got me top quality stud muffin one because we've repaired that.
But yeah.
And I am going to get some more super glue and try and fix me twat mug. I've got all the handle bits saved inside it, and then just in the back, we got Timmy to break the handle off Simon's mug, didn't we? So
We did.
Yeah, that leveled things up for us.
It did.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
calmer.
Calmer. That's
But
calmer.
no, thank you for the Capri mug.
Yeah, whoever that was, and I've got check for stuff shitting out at the bottom of it.
Yes.
Yes. successful day has been had by all. The Peugeot is gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's over there.
It's over there. It's back where it came from.
Yeah.
After all we had to do was chisel a bit of rust off where the ABS sensor lies. It's good. You have fitted this side.
I have.
And a wheel arch.
Yeah.
So
inner arch, that.
quick bit next door.
Yep. Chuck that bit on.
You've got
in the
a new
morning.
cushion.
I have. I have. That you handed very gently to me.
I'm very sorry that I may have dropped it into your nuts, but it's not my fault.
I
just went got you a new cushion.
It's a ball breaking cushion. It's
dry. It's dry.
Definitely is.
Yeah. And so tomorrow, I am going to. The engine in this T1 is basically hanging out of it, so about another 15 bolts, and we can roll it. We're going to have to move this to roll it forwards, haul it out, and then roll it back again.
Yeah.
And then we need to get on the measurings, the tapes, the donor vehicle, and then we need to
measure.
We've got quite a. I think it's going to work. I'm confident. Otherwise, we may need to rethink our plans. But there's only one way to come up with a grand idea: is to try it. And then you're going to have to fix that.
Yeah.
Well, we need to consider panels, possibilities. I think someone may possibly have dented that at one point in time.
Yeah, they lost talent, didn't they?
Oh, I
Drifting
think
it roundabouts
at speed or something, or we had a bit of a. But I mean, obviously, the panel beater that repaired this, he tried very hard. So I think we take the light out, and then we'll survey the situation on how much of that.
Yeah.
I mean, and obviously, it can possibly be described as a bit frilly.
It is.
And then this hole they cut in here, I mean, that. You can see the precision of where they just hacked at it until it fell off.
Yeah.
So I think we could possibly square that up a bit.
Let's make a nice bit for
We
that.
don't want to do too good a job, obviously.
No,
I mean,
at the same time.
Well, yeah, we have got to put our name to this. But anyway, so by the end of tomorrow, you'll have all that done.
Pretty much. That'll be the whole side done then, won't it?
I don't think. I think you'll have got that bit over there done.
Yeah.
And you might be
And
somewhere.
I'd have been starting
this bit.
choppy.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get the entirety of that done tomorrow, I mean, I'm not anti the idea. And you've stood with your back right to a camera.
Sorry, guys.
But at least they know what your name is.
At least you know what my name is.
Because you've got written on your hoodie.
I have got the inner arch too on the back there as
Yeah,
well.
you got that bit of doing, because funnily enough, that panel was a bit of quite the right shape.
No, funny that.
Yeah, that sort of tends to happen.
It was like, oh, bugger.
You have to hammer on it a bit to make it fit.
Yeah, I had to work with it.
No, we are getting there.
Yeah.
Getting there. I mean, I say the Peugeot leaving is a success. The T1 being fairly sizably apart is a good start. Because once we've got a big, clear, empty space where an engine goes, then we really need to work on making loads of noise from your phone.
Yeah.
It's good. That was smooth. Well, apart from a bit of flapping in the middle, and I need to remember to put that nut in this box over here because that's off an old engine mount. Not that we need it. So, 207D616, complete with gearbox. Big empty hole where it used to be. No damage to the van. All came out nice and smoothly. They're an odd thing to remove because obviously you can't lift it out. You have to trolley jacky slide. But it works.
Kaplonk, isn't it?
It is literally, as long as you can get that. Well, it would have been a lot handier if the engine mounts weren't frozen to the rubber engine. Yeah, the anti-vibrations weren't frozen to the arms. They're not coming out of there, so we'll leave them alone. So basically, that's that bit done.
Yeah.
Now, what the next plan is to perfect measuring. That's where you use one of them tapes.
It's got numbers and stuff on it.
So we're going to put a mock-up 611. And then measure her up and check that we can. I'm pretty confident we can get it in that hole without having to cut the vehicle apart. And then a hoist ratio gearbox to replace that one, which ain't going to fit anything but that.
So what's it, 6-speed box going in it?
No, 5.
5 speed.
5. We're not looking for top end.
Okay.
We're looking for a cruising speed of around 60,
Yeah.
which this was capable of. This is just on valve bounce at that speed. So what we're going to change, the rate that we have a higher ratio overdrive gearbox flop out of a later 308D.
Okay.
308, 310, which has got a Mercedes OM pattern. This is not OM pattern, this is before. That would then bolt straight to the back of a 611. That gives us a higher top gear, as long as I'll go and check my numbers. Yep. And then we have a 2.2 CDI here, if it will go in that hole, which it will.
It will.
With the turbocharger, the electronics, fuel injections, and an ability to rev higher than this does. And 135 of the horsepowers via 70 ponies when this was new, and there's probably a few missing from the stable, let's be honest.
One's got a limp.
One's got a limp, the wheels fell off the carriage, and I mean, these things are a very good engine, but they were not renowned for producing horsepower. They are renowned for longevity, because they don't produce any horsepower. They are screamers. This is the light it, and there is to say it has the throttle position, which is basically there. That's where the throttle needs to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. If she's flat out,
She's all good, right?
she's good. Actually, I think that is flat out. So as long as you keep it there, it produces 68 horsepower. Well, it was
Don't let it off for anything.
no, don't let off for anything. I was fucked. Excuse bad language. Anyway, so we're going to leave this one here for the day, because it's vile, horrible weather. It's pissing down. I've got to go and look at something. I'm going to go and drink my tea, but thank you very much, lads, for giving us a hand with that, because that was quite exciting. And it's actually easier to roll the van away from the engine rather than the engine away from the van.
Yeah.
So the engine's where we started, sitting on 2 jacks, and we just rolled the camper away from it. Oh yeah, that's another point. So we are going to go for competitions, aren't we?
Yes.
I think we've overwhelmingly decided with the input that people want to do that. So we're on that. Apparently it's quite technical.
And the Capri's not going to be auctioned off.
And we're not going to do the Capri for a
No.
while.
No, at all.
At all. But no, we'll probably start with the car. It's going to take us a few weeks, a month to get it all sorted, because the legality of gambling or not gambling and licenses and making sure everything is fair, working out all the costs, make sure you don't pay too much, we don't lose, because we could do without shitting a fortune.
Yeah.
But we're going to start with something sort of relatively retro. So probably a diesel Peugeot. We've just got to do it. It's over there. Or some other piece of treasure that I may want to part with. Right, thank you very much. Al Fudge 6D Diesel.